Okay, we shall now hear Team 3B to start the presentation. The time limit is 10 minutes. The timer begins now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are Group 3 from Class B that consists of Putri Marcella Inayah, Rizky Arafi Harahap, Amaria Anugrah Barita, and Raja Baihaki Pulungan. It's such an honor for us to be here presenting our product.
So let me start it with giving you a word, disability. What comes into your mind? Well, World Health Organization proposed the following definition of disabilities. Disabilities is an umbrella term covering impairments, activity limitations, and participations, restrictions. An impairment is a problem in body function or structure. An activity limitation is difficulty encountered by an individual in executing a task or action. While a participation restriction is a problem experienced by an individual in involvement in life situations. Disability is thus not just a health problem. It is a complex phenomenon reflecting the interaction between features of a person's body and features of the society in which he or she lives. Blindness is one type of disability. We present to you Smart Blind Stick, a product that will help blind or visually impaired people to be able to navigate environment. It is different than a conventional blind stick that needs to touch the ground or other things to be able detecting things around them. Smart blind stick can detect some obstacle for 1 to 1.5 meters without even touching things. Thus, blind or visually impaired can change their path when found some obstacle near them, prevent them from stumbling. Smart blind stick is an answer to mobility for blind and visually impaired people. Let's look for some statistics. The Ministry of Health of Indonesia claimed that 3.75 million people in Indonesia are blind. It is 1.5% of the population. And if we look globally, there are 2.2 billion people in the world that are visually impaired people.
So how can we bring these products into life? Firstly, we need to design it. Product design methods is all procedure, techniques, and tools that representing certain activities to design product. There are two types of design methods, creativity methods and rational methods. Rational methods emphasize on systematic approach. These methods aim to improve the quality of final product. Nickel cross is a rational method that can be used to improve product functionality and value. There are 7 steps of them. There are clarifying objective, establishing function, setting requirement, determining characteristic, generation alternative, evaluation alternative, and improving details. Because the start point to decide problem is not clear enough, it often feels difficult for an engineering to give complete and clear objective of design. However, a designer must have some objective in their words. Objective, the methods make some outline on what design aim. As you can see, there are 3 sub-objectives that we look design material functionality. I will take material as an example. There are 2 objectives in its handle and material of addition function. We have seen before that there are many objectives. Each of those objectives can make some problem on the process of design. We are using black books methods to describe how to convert input to output. We can see the input are matching material, tools, methods, energy, and information. And after that, we transform it in 9 steps into some output. The output are smart, stick, and somewhat stick. We are always some elimination in designing product. Requirement consists of product specification. After doing survey on our target market, we found that all of the attributes that we have discussed through brainstorming are fulfilling customer need.
It is possible to have conflict misunderstanding between engineering team and marketing team. Each of team is putting too much focus and interpretation that is different from what have decided. As you can see, we are using KFD, making variation in important in design product. Many creative ideas can be developed by it. Morphological chart encourage designer to identify if there are other combinations that can be used. Evaluation evaluate the holistic value or utility of designer purpose. However, different purpose can be considered more important than the other. Therefore, it is important to have many weak objectives so that alternative can be evaluated and compared. Weak objective method is a tool to evaluate design alternative. This modification aim for improving product to improve performance, reducing product cost, etc. This method focus on functional and purpose to make some gap between value and cost. We eliminated rubber on hand grip material, changed it to plastic, and we reduced to the amount of it. After doing some alternative, the production cost becomes 212,500 rupiah. Thank you for opportunity that you have give us so we can introduce our product.
Okay, thank you to Team 3B for presenting their product. Now to Team 1E, you may deliver your arguments to Team 3B, and Team 3B, you may respond to the arguments. The time limit is 10 minutes. The timer begin now.
Okay, let me introduce myself.
Please.
I want to ask question about your picture of your product because I don't see any pic state your product inside your slide from the first to the end of the slide. And the next is your product might be a good product, but I have doubt about your questionnaire result because all the attributes 100% is same as your wish. As we know, even though you are a good designer that create a new product, it will never surpass the number of 7 wishes from a product. It's always some demand from the customer. But how can your product get 100% wish as your first attribute and don't get any demand from the customers? Thank you very much.
Okay, please Team 3B to answer the questions.
Please, for the questionnaire, we have we have interviewed some people, some blind people in certain community, and we have that result. So that result is 100% fit our questionnaire. It is true that the attribute is as our wish.
Okay, thank you for team 1E. And any question from team 3B? Sorry, 1E.
So, moderator, can I ask the next questions?
Yes, please.
To 3B, your group hasn't shown me the picture of your product. So can conclusion whether your product is the same as the conventional product that has been sold in the market, or you make a new innovation to your product. Can you show us your picture of your product? Thank you very much. And about the community, I still have doubt about that, but so that's mean you are a really good designer, better than the other designer. Thank you very much.
Okay, to team 3B, please answer the question.
We haven't put the picture of our product in our slide. So our product is an innovation of white cane or blind stick that is in the public, that is a commercial product. What is the difference? We make some change that we have. We make some box in the blind stick so that it box its box consists of sensor, vibrator, motor, and battery for the operation of the sensor. So it is what makes us different from the other commercial product.
Okay, thank you. Is there any question from team 1E?
Excuse me, moderator, can I make another question to the product?
Yes, please.
From what I see, your product looks like a egret that used to harvest palm. And from what I see, you state that your product is using motors. Yes. So how can blind people? Thank you very.
Sorry, what is the question?
How the blind people and when they have to charge, because there is no identification battery. It
How to recharge the battery? I think you want to ask that. Is it true? Sorry.
Team 1E?
yes. Is my
Please
question
repeat
is
your
not clear
question.
enough? Okay, you state that you are using battery on your stick, right?
Yes.
So, what is the sign that this battery is low? It's any sign that when they have to charge the stick, when the battery is low? Thank you very much.
The battery will give some notification. The notification will be of the blind stick is vibrating, and we have some feedback. We have some audio feedback that notify the user that the battery is going to die. So you need to recharge the battery or change it.
Okay, thank you very much. There no more no more question for me anymore. Thank you. I
Okay,
give it back to moderator.
okay, thank you to Team 1E for your arguments, and thank you to Team 3B for your answer. And now, to our honorable judges, you are welcome to deliver your questions to Team 3B, and Team 3B, you may respond to the questions. The time limit is 10 minutes. The timer begins now.
Thank you. Amangara.
Silakan duluan, Kak.
Okay. Thank you very much. Quiet interest with the product, but I little bit confused, still confused about the motor that used in this models. Actually, this is the motor if we refers to the product where the motor, where the location of the motor in the model, where the location of the motor in the model, in the prototype, yeah, prototype. Okay, that is my question.
Team 3B, please answer the question.
So the motor, the vibration motor, it is a part of component set. So it is we position them in below the handle. So for blind people, when they want to go to somewhere and maybe the line of the stick maybe too long, they can still fold the the blind stick, the below part. So the dimension gets shortened.
Okay, can you show me the product, the model that you already developed it?
Okay, I will show you.
Where the product? I didn't see the picture.
Let me explain the product. So the component set, it is the position is below the handle, and we have some switch on the handle, so we can switch on or off the sensor function, and then in some distance from the ground, we make some sensors that can detect any obstacles in front of the user.
Okay, so actually I look to the picture for the blind people, how you design the handles to let them know the on off of your design. how you design the on off, because for the blind people they cannot see any mark or like that. How can in your design actually I think you make the detail of the design, where the handles, where the sensor, where the you put the motor. As we know, actually the main sensor is at the uh, end of the pool, at the end of the pool here. So, but you put the sensor at the middle. You put the sensor at the middle, if I'm not wrong, like that. So, actually, how can you make the detail and so or illustrate? This is the what the name of your product?
Smart blind stick or white can.
Okay, smart blind stick. So what the point of the smart is? So that is the simple question. What is the smart of the what the point of the smart is?
Let me answer your question, ma'am. So the point of smart is the blind people or visually impaired people can have their mobility, as we have said before, that that can detect other obstacles near them and can notify the users that are some obstacles in front of them, so that they can change their path. This product support the mobility of blind people so that they they they, they don't have to accompany by other people when they are transporting from one place to another place. And for the switch, you asked for the switch, how can the blind people know if the switch is on or not? I think it is a common thing in there are many switches that is being sold in the market that have some kind of braille braille phone that give some that makes some symbol that it is or on or off.
Okay, any question from Ma'am Nurul?
Actually, I would like they explain how the mechanism of this tool. Example. If we found any obstacles on the way, so how can the smart blind this smart blind equipment can let the people blind know that they face with that obstacles? Maybe they can give some sample, because I saw here, you can see here, the sensor is in the middle. So if the sensor in the middle, actually the sensor will be touched if the sensor at the end of the pole. But this is the sensor in the middle. So how can the sensor can attack the obstacles if they not uh, direct, directly to come to the obstacle. So that's why I little not understand how the mechanism is. What the reasons the sensor they put in the middle. And then here, according to brainstorming, what meaning of the length? The length of the pole, you mean like that? This is very, very same between the brainstorming and the survey result. Okay, maybe you can answer my question according to the sensor first, and then how can the team determine about the length? How can in the brainstorming it comes to the 100 centi and the survey result is exactly get the same number? Okay, thank you.
Okay, I will answer your question, ma'am. So, when blind people using blind stick, they hold the blind stick and the end of the blind stick touch the ground. So, I think it is bad to put the sensors in the under of the blind stick. Why would I say that? Because maybe there are some just small obstacles, just small rocks, or just small distraction that not distract the people how the blind people would walk. So I think it is not important to make it in the under of the blind stick. So I make it in some distance from the ground. So if there are some trottoir, uh, or there are some big rock or some trees in front of them, it can detect them and prevent them from stumbling. So when there are some obstacles in front of the blind people, the sensors would transmit some signal, and the emitter would uh, would would receive the signal, and then uh, and then make send the signals to the microcontroller. Microcontroller is the logic function of the blind stick. So the microcontroller then make a decision if they are need to whether they are need to notify the users or not. And then for the length of the product, we do some interview with them, and most of them would request that they're they're they don't know how much is how much the length, because they don't know how visually it is. They would request for some part of the body where they would like the blind stick have the length at as it is as the height of the body part that they are showing.
Okay, thank you. Enough from me.
Okay. Is there any question from our honorable judges?
Mana? Habis tadi apa? Kelewat batas pergerakan dari apa?
Okay. Is there any question from
Pak Mangara, ada pertanyaan.
Sebentar ya. Mana? Bentar ya. Aku bertanya. This is the questions. The question is, you mentioned after making some alternative, the production cost is 212,500. What's the previous one?
Okay, let me answer your question, sir. We haven't show it the previous cost before improving details. So
Yes.
would you like to wait for a moment? And I would like,
We have to know what is cheaper or more expensive.
It is cheaper, sir.
Yeah. What's the proof? You mentioned it's cheaper, but what? How you come up with a conclusion like that? That's number one. Number two is when you look at the picture of your stick, where is the handle? There is no handle, it's only stick.
Okay.
You look at the picture, it's only stick. Where are you going to put the hand of the blind people? When
I already mentioned about that, Mr. Mangara. Where is the handle? And the handle put the sensor.
Yes. Where is the grip? The hand grip.
Yeah. Okay. Let me answer the question.
You have to design with it. And the third, when the road is busy, how he can survive to the next road? What signs? Because this is Indonesia, not Europe. How?
So, you are asking how can blind people cross the road, right? Is it true?
Yes, because you have to design it for Indonesian, not for European. Because people here can drive easily what they want.
Yes, sir. Firstly, I want to answer about the handle. The handle from the cloth. What I mean as a handle is some rope that can we take. It is
in your picture. You don't have the handle.
It is the handle of the blind stick, sir, and this is the hand grip. So what's the difference between the stick and grip and handle is the material, sir, and the dimension that we have.
Yes, you have to design the grip of the handle. It's only stick. The picture is only the stick. It doesn't show the grip because people have to grip. Where are you going to put the hand? Look at your picture. Where are you going to put the hand?
It is the hand grip that we mentioned, sir.
Yes, but it doesn't say. It doesn't show us. And then your sensor, how does he know? Because you put the second type, not on the top. On the top, what? How? You're very confusing.
We are make the sensor in the under so that blind people can stumble in the road, and we designed this for trottoir only, so that we assume that there are not any vehicles, or there are not any bicycle or any cars that are passing by.
This is a blind person,
Yes.
not the regular person. When you across the street, how?
We haven't designed for it, so because
Sensor siren or color of the light.
we haven't designed it to have some to be glow, have some glow in the dark, so that when they are passing by.
You mean glow in the dark is mata kucing?
No, sir. We paint it, or we put some phosphor sticker on them.
But how the blind knows where the traffic is or not?
I think that is out of our purposes, sir. So we can.
It's not your purpose.
Yes, sir.
It must be included.
Maybe we can discuss it further, sir.
You can't just only do whatever it needs. In general, how? Okay, that's all.
Okay. Thank you to our judges, and thank you to Team 3B.